Hi and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video of the 5th episode of Season 3 of Babylon 5 called Voices of Authority. You can now see the full reaction for this video on my Patreon channel. Check out the link in the description below. Last time we were introduced to one of the monks that had come to the station, Brother Edward. Lita Alexander returned to the station, having spent the last few months on the Vorlon homeworld. She was now no longer working for Psycor and was under the protection of the Vorlon. Negotiating some business, Brother Edward found a black rose under his chair, and he had no idea how it got there. Returning to his room, he found writing on his wall which appeared to be blood, which said, "Death walks among you." But when he showed it to Garibaldi, the writing had gone. The brother started to get memories that he was confused about and did not seem to be his. Running a computer search, he discovered that he had been the infamous Black Rose killer, who had murdered multiple people and had been sentenced to death of personality. He was now living his life doing good with the monks. Brother Edward waited for whoever was doing this, and many of the relatives of his victims had teamed together to get their revenge on him for the deaths. The brother had been severely beaten by one of the group, and he died from his injuries. The one that had committed the crime was also sentenced to death of personality, and Brother Theo requested that he serve his sentence working at their monastery, showing forgiveness. We also saw Lita transferring some kind of energy to Kosh, and that she now had gills on her neck. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1.
It's the jacket. It doesn't fit right. Never did. I've taken 5 tailors. Nobody gets it to fit just right.
Women like a guy who looks trim and neat. You gotta be sharp.
That's me out then.
We've got a code 7R. You free?
What's a 7R?
It's nothing important. You know how the bureaucracy is always changing everything. Catch you later. Sorry, got here as fast as I could.
That's the War Council.
Many times over the last million years, the shadows were fought to a standstill by the first ones.
We've seen one of them.
But the Vorlons remained. So it is possible that some of the others may still be around.
Why isn't Kosh at these meetings?
Maybe it's time we got their attention. Is it?
And why can't the Vorlons speak to the first ones?
So how do we go about sending them a message?
The danger is considerable, and the odds of success are very small.
Confidence boost. Aha. Dral.
Delenn tells me that you're going to try contacting the first ones. It is a magnificent idea. Assuming you're not vaporized, dissected, or otherwise killed in an assortment of supremely horrible and painful ways.
Yeah, assuming that. Yeah.
Exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, so why isn't Kosh at these meetings? I mean, he is part of all. He's brought Delenn into it, so he's a fairly integral part of it all. I mean, he attends most recently of the council meetings, so why not attend these ones when they're arguably more important? And say, why then can't the Vorlons contact the other first ones? I mean, they're at the same level, aren't they? It's about time they kind of used Dral a bit more. He's such a powerful resource. It's good to actually see him doing something. I don't mean that. That sounded quite harsh. I just meant, you know, he is a powerful resource. Why not use him? He's offered his help, so it's good to see it being used. Don't quite know what he's going to do, but
I have checked the data records of the Great Machine.
what for their locations?
Each report carried with it a warning.
Don't go there.
Do not approach.
That's where you want to go.
I recommend that you come down to the planet. We can go over it all and select the most likely prospect.
Why do they need to go down there? What can't he just?
Say 4 standard hours.
If you can put a hologram of himself, can't he create a hologram of a computer screen or his screen, so they can see the information there, or send the information to their computers?
Julie Masanti, Ministry of Peace.
Ministry of Peace.
I studied the station map before I arrived, Mr. Allen. I know the way.
She's nice. So Ministry of Peace, gonna be there for a while.
Good day, Ambassador.
To you, Jacon.
You are well, I trust.
What's he after?
Suppose I've forgotten how to tell the difference between a political session and a private meeting.
He has been spying.
Before.
Good. I'm pleased to hear that you are continuing to expand.
Got some mugs walking around.
What do you know about Rangers?
Keep that quiet.
Nothing. Why? Should I?
If one didn't know better, one might conclude that these humans and Minbari are both part of the same organization.
It would be hard to keep that secret at this sort of stage. They've got a lot bigger. Intelligence agencies would be picking up chatter and stuff like that.
Since you aren't able to help me, I'll just continue making inquiries on my own.
You don't want him out there asking questions, though.
Except for the seal of the Earth Alliance, I really don't see much that gives a sense of walking into the heart of the Earth government here on Babylon 5.
Picture of the president or something like that?
I've been assigned here by the Ministry of Peace.
Although, you have to admit, you probably would have some flags up or something. I saw the seal behind him. Don't know, some Earth flags. I actually do get what she means. As he is the commander of the station and the main representative of EarthGov, there probably would be a few more things up to indicate that. Not over the top, though.
I'm to be your new political officer.
Oh.
Some of your recent actions have not been as politically astute as they might have been.
I can understand why they'd assign her.
Someone who can whisper in your ear, who could warn you about governmental policies you might bump into.
God, bureaucracy. You're a spy as well.
Take a walk.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
This is my command. My position as military governor is guaranteed under the charter of the Babylon Project. The president invested me with sole authority here.
Yeah. She can advise him, but he still has the last word.
I am simply here to advise.
And watch.
And I suggest dinner at the Fresh Air restaurant in a couple of hours. Around 1800 hours.
Ah.
I can't. I have another appointment.
What?
There's nothing posted on your schedule.
You can't do things like the war cancel with her breathing down your neck.
Nothing I can't cancel.
Good. In time, you'll find I'm not as bad as you might think.
I think she might be worse.
Commander, I've got the captain on Channel 1 for you.
I can't make my appointment on Epsilon 3. You'll have to go in my place.
Price, he said that out loud. Can't make the meeting on Epsilon 3. I mean, everyone in command and control could have heard that.
In the meantime, I'll need you to fill me in.
Because he's Night Watch.
Zach, you are a member of Night Watch. You have priorities as well. Never make the mistake of forgetting that.
And they're starting to conflict. So who's going down? Just Ivanova? No reason why anyone else should. She's got the military and tactical background to know what's going on and deal with it.
I asked for Captain Sheridan. I don't like surprises.
For love of myself, I mean, to me everything's a surprise. You're a surprise. This place is a surprise.
I like you.
You so over the top with acting, but it works.
Earth would never ally itself with the government that's bent on war.
But we have signed a treaty with
Yeah, non-aggression treaty.
Earth doesn't have homeless. Yes, there are some displaced people. EarthGov has promised a job to anyone that wants one. So, if someone doesn't have a job...
They obviously don't want one. Simplistic logic.
prejudice.
No, we're just one happy planet.
Yeah.
Well, all right, there's the Marsies, but that won't change until they stop fighting the Earth rule.
No prejudice.
When exactly did all this happen?
When we rewrote the dictionary.
It's amazing what problems can disappear if you rewrite the dictionary.
You can't deal with the problems by pretending they don't exist.
That's what they're doing.
I admire your honesty and your record and your attitude. And I don't want to see anyone use those things against you.
I think she believes that. It's quite scary though.
It will only take a moment for me to...
She's going to go into the machine.
I must remember to dust myself. I have set the machine so it can handle humans, And I've made sure that it can deal with my absence for several hours.
Well, that's a bit scary. I'm assuming it's easier to do this and quicker than to show them the information. I mean, she had no training or anything. She just stuck into the machine.
Look for the path. Power that binds us, one to another across the darkness of space.
Looks kind of Vorlon, the pattern.
Let the path take you to them.
So is her mind really going out there?
I know this place.
Or is it just the great machine showing a representation to her?
Break off! I can't pull you out without killing you! Run away!
It's a bit Mordor, Lord of the Rings, the all-seeing eye.
This Earth Force 1 before it exploded. I can warn them. I can save the president.
No.
You're just seeing what's happening, or happened. Yeah, it's not like time travel, you can't affect it.
Earth Force 1 will never return from Io. The power is now yours, Clark.
That's Mr. Morden. So the shadows were behind, or supported, the death of President Santiago to put in the new president.
A normal human mind should not have been able to do that.
The message, can you record it?
Yes.
That's quite powerful. In the Great Machine, and the Great Machine, which we already knew, can access computer systems and see information and see things all over the place. And don't know how, but she saw a past transmission. I'm assuming it was all recorded when it happened, and it's just for some reason when she was in the machine, her mind locked onto that information somehow. That would kind of make sense. And he said that a normal human brain shouldn't be able to do it, but she's obviously slightly telepathic, so that's obviously why. So yeah, that would all make sense. So the data is just there, so they can just copy it, the transmission. I mean, yeah, there's just so much data in there. If that's the kind of thing that they're recording and storing, that there should be enough evidence to, well, we should be able to find out anything they need to find out from what we've just seen then.
I appreciate the help, Captain. I can't imagine what happened to scramble my lock code.
As I said, we must all do our part.
Okay, she's a full service advisor.
I don't think.
Good. Don't.
To be fair, it's not great just popping into someone's quarters like that. That is an invasion of privacy. You could just send him a message to say, "Hi, Captain, I need to speak to you or appear to you. Are you alone?"
I'll be right back.
The things he does.
Got a lead on some of the first ones. There's a chance we can catch him, but it means leaving right now. We don't have much time.
I can't leave without an
No,
explanation.
she
She'll be
can.
all over me.
Looks to me like she's already all over you. Good luck, Captain. I think you're about to go where everyone has gone before.
From the way she's behaving, I think she's right.
Well, it must be colder in here than I thought.
Could you tell me where to find Commander Ivanova? We had a meeting scheduled, but she never showed up.
She got called off station on business.
Where
There
to?
have been many last-minute things happening.
He's putting things together.
Centauri took my world, my government. They did not take my self-respect. And I thought they had not taken the respect I had earned from others.
It's not to do with respect, secrecy.
I sense a gathering of forces that could perhaps help my people.
Bigger than that.
If there were anything I thought could help you or your people, I'd tell you.
Yeah.
Then perhaps I could help you.
How? I mean, he's in a much weakened position now. Sounds bad, but what would he have to offer the new war council? And the whole point of them getting together, you got the Minbari, you got the Babylon 5 representatives, you got the Rangers. What does he have to offer?
So, how'd your meeting go with the captain last night?
I've never seen anyone come up with so many creative ways of saying no to a simple proposition.
I've always liked the sound of yes myself.
I think you're punching above your weight there.
That your jacket doesn't fit.
I've called a meeting in 3 hours to go over the new political protocol. I expect to see you there.
Unless his commanding officer, who's there, has different plans. It's a beautiful ship.
It will be inappropriate for Earth Force personnel to publicly criticize the government or its decisions.
What about civilians?
Just take down the information and pass it along. I shouldn't be telling you this yet. But in the coming months, certain individuals will be purged from their government positions on charges of sedition, immoral conduct.
That is a bit crazy that she told them that. That's obviously going to be top secret information.
And it is going to take the efforts of every loyal citizen to keep Earth safe and ideologically pure.
And everyone must have blonde hair and blue eyes.
I think we just found them.
That's the same one, I think, that we saw last time. Obviously, they didn't see her. It was Catherine, Sinclair's on-off-again girlfriend. Is that actually them, or was that a hologram?
We formed an alliance with others. The Great Machine on Epsilon 3, the Minbari, the Vorlons.
Oh, that got a reaction.
Just a nerve. The Vorlons must owe them money or something.
Will you join us in a fight against the Shadows?
I'd say they were thinking it over.
Huh.
Earth Force One will never return from Io.
So you going to recognise Morden's voice?
I'll send it to General Haig. He'll get it to the right people without it being tracked back to him.
He'll say it's a fake.
I did wonder about them saying it's a fake.
That code is kept top secret to prevent false orders from being given. It can't be faked.
So that is the actual transmission that's been recorded. So say that must mean the Great Machine just is storing every bit of information and transmission and everything it can find. So much information in there that they just need to ask the right question to get the information out.
Zog?
Is that yes or no?
The Vorlons said that you wouldn't be up for a fight like this. In the last war, they carried you. Did most of the work. While you took most of the credit for it.
Oof.
They said that if you got involved with this one, you'd just get hurt.
Not a great idea to wind them up.
We've got the Vorlons. We don't need much more help, do we? We'll be sure and send you a message as soon as the fighting is over, so you can come back out again.
I think you're making him mad.
Yeah.
When it is time, come to this place. Call our name. We will be here.
Well, considering the first ones are meant to be so wise and beyond petty differences and things, yeah, it's kind of reassuring in some ways to see that there's still some, how to put it, but jealousies, I suppose, between them and the Vorlons and petty differences that. Yeah, they're still gonna get wound up fairly easily. Well, that's one. Is that them? Is that all of them? Just that one ship? They have a fleet of ships? Are there lots of them?
With the stunning revelation today of evidence purporting to show that the death of President Santiago was not an accident.
Oh, it got released. That's a big thing.
Oh, and because of this situation, our new political officer, Julie Masante, has been recalled to Earth. So without her guidance, if anyone asks, just say that we're waiting for the truth to come out.
Don't think he had a high regard for her with the way he said her guidance.
What did you tell her?
What, Musante? Nothing.
Come on, I know you had a private meeting with her.
It's going to create a trust issue between them.
Hey, little stuff, stupid stuff. Yeah, what am I supposed to do? Play dumb? I work for these people.
You work for him.
Hey, look, after what happened to me before, it took a long time before I could trust you.
True.
You don't trust me, Chief.
What are you talking about?
What's a Code 7R? Night Watch says the only people who have to worry are the ones with something to hide. You got something to hide, Chief?
Yes.
I'm just trying to get through this thing, and it ain't easy. I'm walking a tightrope here, and I thought
He
you'd
is
understand.
walking between the middle. He does seem like a decent guy. He took the Night Watch thing for the money, and he's kind of got drawn in a bit more, but you can see he's against everything that's been done. And then, yeah, you got Garibaldi having secret meetings and secret codes and things, and he's having Night Watch in one ear saying about secret meetings and things, so he can see Garibaldi doing that, and then he's got Garibaldi in his other ear saying the Night Watch are bad. He is literally walking between the two, with both of them saying conflicted things about the other. So yeah, it's tricky for him.
If this war is going to be as bad as Delenn says, we'll need all the first ones we can find.
Okay, so how many of them are there?
But sooner or later, we'll find whoever is responsible for this outrage. And they'll be punished. Severely. Publicly. And permanently.
You were in his quarters earlier.
I told you I could help. The Book of Jaquan. Read it. We'll talk afterward.
I don't read Narn.
Learn.
Well, we've seen there's a picture of a shadow ship in the Book of Jaquan, so it might be there's information about the shadows in there. But yeah, if it's all in Narn, that's not going to be great. It kind of do with a English translation of it. That was a good episode. It would make sense that they would send EarthGov would send a political officer after the battle with the Centauri, when Babylon 5 gave that last Narn warship sanctuary. No, it wasn't sanctuary. Offered them their protection whilst they were in their space. There's a difference. I'm pretty sure that's right. Don't think they offered actual sanctuary, did they? No. Yes, it was the right decision, but obviously there was a Ministry of Peace, the leader of the Ministry of Peace there, I think, and it caused political issues. So from a military and legal point of view, it was the right thing to do, but it created governmental issues. So I can understand why they would send her, but yeah, she didn't really have any authority there. The captain has the last decision, but she could have passed. You know, she was kind of like she might not officially been a spy, but she would have been passing information back to EarthGov about what was going on in the station, which obviously wouldn't have been good. You couldn't really operate and do what they're doing with her there, as we saw. The captain had to kind of step back and let Ivanova do all this. So they've got kind of one of the first ones. So I don't know how many there are. That one big ship, is that it for that race of the first ones, or are there lots more of them, or don't know. But that's one at least. So I don't know what Jakar can offer. It seems bad. I suppose it depends what information is in that Book of Jaquan. Yeah, don't know. See how we're going to find out about that. Don't know how easy it is to translate information. Can he just get the computer to scan it? Probably could just ask the computer for a translation, can't he? I'd have thought there'd be English versions of the books and things in the systems. Not sure. Ask the Great Machine to provide one. I'm sure they could do it. Yeah, like I said, the Great Machine is just really underutilized resource from what we've just seen now, especially. It wasn't that Ivanova was sent back or anything, or her mind was sent there. That was an actual recording that was just captured and stored in the Great Machine, and she accessed it. So there must be so much data in there that they could use and utilize. It's just asking the right questions and looking at the right information to get the data out of it. Yeah, good episode. So ramping things up a little bit. Interesting to see where it goes from here. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and she'll see you for the next one. Be seeing you.